what's up everybody? I'm Adam Bradshaw with Talking Coins. And we're back for another episode. I'm here with my brother Tom Bradshaw, who is the lead developer of PivX, if you remember from the last couple episodes, and also my other brother Ben Bradshaw, who is a coin trader. He's a day trader and also follows the market pretty closely. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing, Adam?
Doing well, Adam.
Ben, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get you guys back on the show to talk about what's happening in the crypto world, because this is Talking Coins, the show that we talk about what's going on in the crypto world. And right now, there's been some interesting developments. Bitcoin is down. It's come down farther than it's been since November. Right now, it's about the $6,000 mark, which is lower than it's been for a while. Why do you guys think it's down? Tom, what do you think? Why do you think it's down right now?
I've been in cryptocurrency for a long time, since 2013. I've seen a lot of excitement around it, and definitely late 2017 was the most excitement that I've ever seen in the industry. I've seen a lot of newcomers in it, investing new money into crypto. And I think, they see the price going down a couple months after they put their initial investment in, and they weren't quite sure about it to begin with. And now with the price going out, I think there could be a lot of newcomers out there that are a little bit shaky, a little bit nervous, and saying, I'm just going to sit this out for a couple of months and get fiat currency like US dollar or euros, and just wait and buy back in a few months after the price sort of stabilizes. I think that could be one of the main causes.
Well, as a person that's been in cryptocurrency for a while, do you feel like your confidence has been shattered, or are you still pretty confident that the crypto world is not going anywhere? It's still gonna it's gonna be volatile, and this is just what happens.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people say that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in specific, price always goes up, but it goes up in bubbles. And if you look at the history of Bitcoin price, there are really severe bubbles of, there was a bubble from $3 to like $30, and then it crashed back to $5 or $6 or something close to that. And that was, that's a pretty dramatic change right there. We had a similar bubble to that recently, but with a lot more people participating in it. And the cryptocurrency itself works just as well at a price of $20,000 or a price of $100. So the mechanism and technology itself is still sound and actually getting better every day.
I'm taking a look at the price of Hyperstake, which you're the founder of, and it's down to about half a cent. But still, that's higher than it was before in the December period. So how do you feel about Hyperstake coming down a little bit? Are you confident that eventually it's going to come back up?
Well, most of these digital currencies trade in terms of Bitcoin prices, and the price of it's actually stayed pretty stable compared to Bitcoin. So, a month ago or so, it was at about 1 cent per Hyperstake coin. And right now, it's about half a cent. And, a month ago, Bitcoin was about double what it was, and now it's half. So really, most of that price decrease is just from
Bitcoin itself. So you look at it as a comparison, not to the dollar, but more as a comparison to BTC, right?
Yeah, I mean, I only think you should be comparing to the dollar if you're actually trading in dollars. Did you buy the coin that you are trading with dollars, or did you buy it with Bitcoin? Usually the answer is going to be Bitcoin.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it. I'm also taking a look at PivX, which is number 60 on the top coins. Tom is the lead developer, and there's actually some new news for PivX, and that is they're on Binance now, right?
Yeah, we were recently added to Binance. Binance is a great platform. We've been trading on Bittrex, which is also a great platform. But the more trading platforms you can be on, typically the better. Some people only trade on certain platforms, so it's great to really keep expanding and get on great exchanges like Binance.
Sweet. Another reason why people are thinking that there's kind of a decrease in value of Bitcoin altogether is because of China. What have you heard about China, Ben?
China has recently been more strict on trading cryptocurrencies. They put in some regulations and they're trying to stop it altogether. And that's put a lot of fear into people globally, worried about how much money was initially put into cryptocurrencies by China to now people in China having to back their money out. So it's put a lot of fear into traders and to investors, and people aren't really sure. But there are some people in China that are trading still against government regulations through VPNs.
So it kind of shows that no matter what the governments do, and I put the S on governments to make it plural for a reason, and that is because governments altogether, whether it's the US government or the Chinese government or whoever, really can't stop this digital currency movement. What do you guys say? What do you think?
This is a ball that's rolling, and anyone that thinks that a government can come in and just shut it down is wrong, and that's what China is proving. I don't think that the United States is going to shut it down anytime soon, since they're for capitalism and economic growth and the expansion of technology. But compared to China or other restrictive governments, it's a technology that can't be necessarily shut down. You can't just turn off all the computers that are running it.
Yeah, another big piece of news that's been all over the place is the fact that a sizable number of banks are not allowing their customers to use their credit cards to buy cryptocurrencies anymore. To name some names, Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Capital One, and Discover. They've all banned their customers from purchasing Bitcoin and other altcoins. What do you guys think about that?
I think that is kind of ridiculous, because they'll let people get cash advances at casinos and go blow that money on red or black on the roulette table, yet they won't let somebody...
Hey, that's not blowing your money. You have a chance, right? 48% on red or black. 48%!
Yeah, but 52% chance of losing it. But with cryptocurrencies, we've seen things like 20 to 50% drops over the span of a few months. So it's not comparable in that sense. So it's kind of a double standard, I think. I think that they feel threatened. I think that they're trying to fight against it.
I just want to say something about that. Historically, it's been very difficult to buy cryptocurrencies with credit cards until, I think it was less than a year ago that Coinbase started allowing you to do that. Most credit card companies won't let you buy stocks or bonds with credit cards, even though those are backed by real, tangible businesses and assets and all of that. So it doesn't totally, it's not that hypocritical or a double standard for them also to not let you buy cryptocurrencies, which are much easier for people to steal a credit card, buy cryptocurrencies, transfer those off, and then the credit card company is left, footing a bill. So it could be a fraud issue. Who knows what the real issue is?
Do you think that maybe the banks are feeling threatened by the cryptocurrency world?
I think there could be a certain level of uncertainty there, but I'd personally say probably not right now, no.
Okay. Also, another thing I think is important to mention is the fact that the SEC has issued a statement saying that, investing in cryptocurrencies is something to be cautious about. Do you think that had an effect on the price as well?
I think that there's just a lot of uncertainty about regulations in general, and I think leading up to this, there's been a lot of uncertainty about what the SEC was going to say, and so uncertainty for negative issues tends to compound a bear market. So I think that could definitely be a factor.
What do you think, Ben?
Good thing that they released a statement, at least, because they've kind of been silent, and they had a little ICO group that they put together for regulating some initial coin offerings, and now they're coming to be more public about it. I think that it's a good thing overall, but they didn't really have a clear stance of exactly what they're going to do in terms of regulation. Just more that they see the value in the technology and to be careful for investors.
Well, one thing's for sure, they haven't banned cryptocurrencies in America, and America's the leader in economics in many different aspects. And so the fact that America is just coming up with some regulations and some statements but not banning it just shows that it's not going anywhere. And even if America came out against it, I mean, could they stop it? Probably not. We'll have to kind of watch and see what happens. But, we've seen where with the whole Silk Road investigation where they confiscated all this Bitcoin, and what did they do with it? They ended up actually just selling it to people. They auctioned it off, which in and of itself pretty much, gives value or gives legitimacy to Bitcoin.
I think one thing people tend to forget when they're talking about regulations is almost every product that you use is regulated by the U.S. in some way if you live in the U.S. I mean, I'm sure there's regulations on, the chemicals that go into plastic, and regulations on how you can trade stocks in the stock market, and regulations on what goes into your food. I mean, everything is regulated, and to think that crypto is going to go mainstream without having some regulations is just sort of not looking around and acknowledging reality.
I would agree. Well, China has banned cryptocurrencies. The banks are starting to crack down on buying cryptocurrencies with your credit cards. The SEC has come out with a statement. There are probably a lot of scared newcomers in the market that feel like, maybe I should just sell off my Bitcoin and get out of this market before it keeps coming down. So those are a few of the reasons why Bitcoin is coming down right now. I'm sure there are other reasons that we don't know about, or maybe some people do. Yeah, and like we've said on Talking Coins from the very beginning, we're not your financial advisors. If you want to invest, then go ahead and invest. If you don't want to invest, then don't invest. But I just think it's an interesting market to watch. I've just gotten into it over the last few months, and it's a roller coaster ride. It's really volatile, and to me, it's more interesting than stocks. And we saw a huge downfall in the Dow Jones just over the last couple days, and that doesn't even compare to even half of what's going on in the crypto world. So thanks for joining us today, Ben and Tom. We'll definitely have you guys on again. And thanks for watching. If you guys like the show, don't forget to comment, tell us what you think, maybe subscribe, and we'll see you next time right here on Talking Coins.